And a very good evening to all my viewers. It is right now Sunday, January 1st, 2023. First video of the new year, and we're going to be taking a night bus. This is the 369 Côte-des-Neiges heading towards Atwater Metro Station. And we'll go to the back for this ride. And yeah, this is more or less the nighttime version of the 165. So we're going south. The unfortunate thing right now is our windows are not very clean, so you can't really see much outside, but look, we'll get a video anyways. And yeah, like I said, this is the first video of 2023. 3:19 a.m. in the morning. So I'll be taking this to Atwater and then going home from Atwater to the southwest sector of the city. For you transit enthusiasts, this is bus 37-002 from the year 2017. Of course, this is a hybrid bus. What we can actually do is change seats once in a while to give you different perspectives. For now, we'll stay in the back, let you hear the natural engine sounds of the hybrid bus. And eventually we'll move closer to the front, give you a better view going forward. And of course, seeing that this is a hybrid bus, basically is a combination of electrical power and diesel power. So we're going up the hill now, and we're on Côte-des-Neiges Boulevard, like I said, heading south. And this is Côte St. Catherine. The Jewish General Hospital is right here to my right. Can't really see it. I'll tell you what, why don't we move to the front now, or at least the next couple of stops. Once we get past this hill, now I did film an EXO bus ride the other day between Dumontagne and Saint Eustache. Let me tell you something, the seats on those buses were beautiful. They were like cushions, reminding me of the old GM New Look buses from the 80s and 90s. So we'll move up now. Hopefully it's a bit quieter too. Give you a view here facing out the side window. So good news is passengers are getting off, so it should quiet down a bit. I do apologize for the noise. As I said, this is New Year's right now, so people coming back from parties and whatnot. There's Côte-des-Neiges Metro, and interestingly enough, they were supposed to keep the Metro open all night tonight. This is a tradition here in Montreal. Keep the Metro running all night from New Year's Eve into New Year's, and for some reason they didn't do it this year. For some reason they closed the Metro at the regular Saturday time. So we're now approaching Queen Mary, Côte-des-Neiges and Queen Mary Road. Best angle right here, actually. Now I do want to point out I was actually waiting for the 371 South, which is another night bus. Never showed up. I waited for 2 buses. That was on the corner of actually Queen Mary and DeCarry, just to the west of here. Buses never showed up. This one thankfully did. I decided to walk right here to Côte-des-Neiges Boulevard and picked up this bus here, which will take me to Atwater, and then from Atwater I'll figure out the way back to the southwest, whether it's by foot or another night bus. I think this will actually be a beautiful thumbnail for my video right here. Yeah, so I'll tell you what, I'll keep it on this angle because I think it offers a pretty good view.
Prochain arrêt, Côte-des-Neiges, numéro 4858.
So as I mentioned, this is basically the nighttime version of the 165. Now the 165 stops at Guy Concordia. This bus actually continues to Atwater. Now, I don't know if I'm going to stay on till Atwater. I might actually, now that I think of it, I could actually get off at Guy Concordia, switch over from there. I can actually film out of this window as well. You want a little peek at the controls? There they are, or at least some of them on the side. Yeah, I've actually filmed from this window as well. There's Notre-Dame-des-Neiges Cemetery. Of course, it's closed right now. The only thing that's annoying about this street is the fact there's so many traffic lights. And of course there's construction coming up on Remembrance Road, which connects right through Mount Royal. And Mount Royal is basically going to be on our left. Technically we're on part of Mount Royal right now, but the actual mountain itself is pretty much straight in front of us, but you're going to see it out this window in a moment. Now, another interesting fact about Côte-des-Neiges Boulevard is the fact that this used to be a tramway that would run here, a trolley. And in fact, the 165 bus kept the same number as the trolley, which was 165. So just a little factoid of history. Another red light here. So I'll pause the video and resume when we resume moving. Alright, so here we are, we're moving again momentarily. So in terms of elevation, I'd say we're about maybe higher than 80% of the city right now, maybe 90%. So there's the main entrance of the cemetery Notre-Dame-des-Neiges. Basically translates to Notre Dame of Snow, if you want to call it that. There's one of the main buildings. But this cemetery is huge. In combination with the Mount Royal Cemetery, easily biggest group of cemeteries in Canada. A lot a lot of famous tombs there and whatnot. I do have some videos on my channel. In fact, look, I gotta get around to this, man. I owe it to George, one of my viewers in the West. I've been saying I would do this for years. He wants me to visit some grave sites there for him. Man, I put it off long enough. It's time to go there. Definitely gonna work on it. Probably while I'm on holidays. Probably before next Thursday. As I said, I've been putting that off long enough. Probably a good year, maybe even more now. So George, don't worry. That video is coming. As we wait for the light to change. Yeah, we got some fog up here. There was quite a thick fog earlier in the evening, which was technically last year here in Montreal. It looks like because we're at the higher elevations, there's still some thick fog here. Okay, so basically what we're looking at right now is facing right towards Mount Royal. You're going to see more of it in a minute, but there's a Canadian Forces Armory right there. Sort of like an army base, I believe. That building right in front of us. Look at all these taxis. Reminds me of New York City, you know, if you ever see the movies or TV shows. And you'll notice, actually, a lot of our taxis are similar to this one right here. With the Bonjour on it. Yeah, there's that armory. You can see some army trucks in the distance. Some kind of gun cannon. Now look at this old style building. Reminds me of an old fortress, and there's some tanks right there as well. Off-road vehicles. Okay, so coming up, you will probably see part of the natural rocks, the rock cliff of Mount Royal. These are properties right before the mountain. There's actually a pickup truck with a snowplow attached to it. So where I'm facing the camera, these houses weren't here, these buildings. You would basically see Mount Royal right there. And unfortunately, over the years, a lot of the mountain has disappeared due to buildings, whether it's houses or there's a university. There's two universities actually, McGill University and University of Montreal, that occupy a large part of Mount Royal. And if those buildings weren't there, let me tell you, Mount Royal would be big, much bigger than it is now. Now the good news is recently, in the last month or two, it was announced that they're basically going to be expanding Mount Royal. There's a parking lot near McGill University where a hospital used to be. It was the old Royal Victoria Hospital. Royal Victoria Hospital moved to the Super Hospital, the MUHC Hospital near Vendôme Metro, and that parking lot is going to be turned into an extension of Mount Royal Park. So definitely a good thing to hear. And we just missed a green light here, so I'll pause the video until we resume. Alright, so now we are going to be going down. Oh yeah, by the way, we're not passing it here, but yeah, anyways, I'm trying to see it, but there's a natural rock cliff right through those trees. Hard to see because it's night. But yeah, Mount Royal is basically right there. We're very high up with Mount Royal. So this is McDougall, Chemin McDougall, or McDougall Road. McDougall Road is a very steep road. I'll show you quickly here. Trying to get an idea. It's actually a fun hill to bike down if you're brave enough. And this building right here, this is a very large building called, I think it's the Glen Eagles. This is like a historical apartment complex. resembles more of a castle than anything. And where it's dark right there, you can see it's like really dark. That's Mont Royal, one of the entrances. If we turn our attention back this way, we're going to see a nice little skyline facing to the south. That's more towards the South Shore. Atwater Metro Station is down there. And this is a part that reminds me quite a bit of Quebec City. If you've ever been to Quebec City or you've seen pictures, you'll notice it's on hills. It's on hills, it's on inclines. If we turn our attention back out this window, there's the Montreal General Hospital. The Montreal General Hospital is, one could argue, the main hospital in Montreal. I was also mentioning the Royal Victoria earlier, that's another one. But the Montreal General, I think they deal with a lot of like trauma, like accidents and whatnot. They're the ones that are equipped for that. So their emergency room is the one you want to go to if you ever get seriously hurt. The other hospitals, I guess, could deal with you, but I mean this one's specifically for trauma and whatnot. But they also deal with other medical emergencies. So we're slowly going downhill now. We're approaching the downtown core. One of the things I love about the city, and I guess if you're blessed enough to live in a big city, is the diversity of street names. Some of them are boring, but some of them are quite interesting, like Summerhill or Ocean View or Mountain Sites. Alright, so here's where Côte-des-Neiges Metro is coming up now. This is Sherbrooke Street, famous Sherbrooke Street in Montreal. Not as famous as Saint Laurent Boulevard or St. Catherine Boulevard, but definitely a famous street. A lot of people getting off here. And we are going to... No, we're not going to make the light, unfortunately. This is actually the dentist where I had my wisdom teeth taken out a couple of years ago. So, seeing that it's 3:37 a.m. right now, really late at night or very early in the morning, depending on how you look at it, I'm actually debating if I'm going to get off at Guy Concordia and maybe wait until my next local night bus that'll take me to Verdun, and maybe see Station 10, Fire Station 10 down here and get a response or two. Especially since we're in the downtown core and it's New Year's. Might get lucky, hopefully. Alright, so I'm gonna get up here and for the next 30 or 60 seconds I'll film right through the windshield here so you can see bird's eye view of everything. Alright, so there's our night bus. This bus is going to continue to Atwater, like I said, but we're getting off here. So anyway, as I always say, if you like what you see, remember, hit the like button, hit subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and yeah, thank you all for watching. By the way, Fire Station 10 is right there, so I might hang out here for a bit and get some video, hopefully get a response. Alright, have a good night, everybody.